All right, so we're starting off first with Bitcoin. This is the start of the new week, the new month, the new day. Um, it's Sunday, but Bitcoin's UTC, not UTC. Yeah, it's UTC time. So it's the first day of the month, first day of February for Bitcoin on its trading time frame. So what can we look at? Let's look at something. So we had this descending triangle, and historically, Bitcoin and descending triangles they break down to the downside. They don't. It's You see a descending triangle on Bitcoin, especially on the daily and on the weekly. They're not good news. I can show you one that we had here whenever we had this consolidation all the way back in November of 2018. They had a lot of people, like descending triangle. This is the bottom. Multiple people called, this 6,000 area at the bottom. We had minor capitulation. You in this whole December 2018, you could see people turning off, their miners, racks of miners. So let me show you. It's going to be an older one. Hopefully, I still have it on here. I said, let me show you. I didn't actually prep for this, so I'm going to have to find it. That's the longer term. I might have taken it off. I mean, I can redraw it real quickly and show you what I was talking about, or it actually might be on an older. I mean, I know it's here. I witnessed it happen. I'll just redraw it. It's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna try to keep this very quickly, very. Try to keep this a quick video today. There's a couple of things I want to go over. More Wall Street bet stuff. I know this upcoming week, a lot of people are going to. It might be better to draw on a daily. I'm going to say that silver actually looks very good. They'll probably get a lot of. They give a lot of credit to the people on Wall Street bets for this potential run in silver, but the technical setup has been there for a while. Was it easier on the weekly? Probably should have saved it. Let's see. Yeah. No, I'm going to say it was this. Right here. Right here. 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 No, it actually might have been even lower. Like right here. We'll draw it out and see. Probably should have saved it, but this is a good exercise either way. So right here, we can say that this is the descending triangle, right? So I'm pretty sure this was it. We tested this in July 2018, and then we had some consolidation. We had this right here, the Bollinger Band width. I had noted it in a forum in a Telegram group that I was a part of. That the Bollinger Band width was extremely small, and that 6 months after the Bollinger Band was at this low width, that you would get, the start of a bull cycle, a rally. So if I go here 6 months later, let's see, December, January, February, March, April, May. So April 1st is whenever we had the massive run up. So I can show you real quick. So the Bollinger Band width was like, in the 20s, and even I'm gonna have to bring up another one. I'll have to bring up the BLX index, and it might actually be on there. Yeah. So it's fine. It's not, but so here we're in the 20s. If I go back to, I like looking at historical Bitcoin charts. You start to gather a lot of information. So here we're in the 30s. It had locked down in the 20s, and then it got a big run up. Whenever the Bollinger Band width is this small, within the next 6 months, you get a big spike. We did. I'm gonna go back to the Coinbase. Here, the breakdown. So let me show you how this descending triangle works. So the breakdown, you either do the range here, right? That'd be too much. $200. Bitcoin's not going to $200, right? From 6,000 to 200. So what do I do there? If it just doesn't logically make sense, and fundamentally doesn't make sense, it's going to be a percent drop. So based on the descending triangle. So here the percent drop was 49% or 50% drop. So where's my 50% drop from 6,000? My 50% drop is, and it's going to nail it right there. Boom. 31.61. About, what was the low? 31.28. That's how this descending triangle would have worked if you would have saw it. Bitcoin wasn't going to 280. It's a percent drop, and then it nailed it perfectly on this descending triangle. So descending triangles, back to what I was saying, they're not historically, there's a bunch of them. That's just the latest and most, that's probably going to be the one that everyone remembers if we're in this space in 2018. You could have saw on CNBC, multiple people that were in Bitcoin for a little while were saying that, I say a little while, I have one specific person in mind who went on and said, this is the bottom, we're not going any lower, people are accumulating. I'm not going to call his name out because he's good for the space, and I don't like calling people out like that. But everyone's wrong. He's a good investor. Has been in the space super early. Anyway, we have this descending triangle. I drew it on the 4-hour. Right here, we had a breakout. So if you didn't know, Elon Musk, and I'll go to my Twitter because I kind of made a little meme. Second thought about it after, but it was fun. I'm not superstitious or anything, but so yeah, this is a good person to follow on Twitter right here. They're making like 100 most influential or interesting heads in Bitcoin. They did it. Elon, that's Pomp, Peter Schiff. This one's actually kind of funny. The ledger and the treasurer are more heavy than the gold because digital gold on this. This is Andreas. This is Hal Finney, and then this figure right here is supposed to represent Satoshi. So this was real neat. I found this over the weekend. I mean, this is amazing. This is great artwork. But let me get back to what I was saying. Where's mine? Oh, I tweeted it. So here. I watched this happen. I was up. For some reason, sometimes my sleep patterns are on Bitcoin time rather than my time. Right here, 2 o'clock in the morning. I saw the tweet go out. He tweeted, in retrospect, it was inevitable. I'm like, that's an odd tweet. And the first thing that crossed my mind was like Bitcoin. And then seconds later, he puts hashtag Bitcoin. Elon Musk puts hashtag Bitcoin in his profile. There's only one other person I know specifically that has, a lot of people do, but the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, has that in his bio. So I put, I made a little meme here, right here. It was inevitable. So I put Elon's face here, put the Bitcoin as the soul stone. It wasn't a side note for the meme. Elon's fine because he's a badass. So we know that Iron Man passes away, but in our universe, in the Bitcoin universe, Elon lives. So it was inevitable. So getting back to the chart, that happened right here. So this is some people said it was the Elon candle or something like that. I'm just calling it the inevitable candle. We kind of retraced back from where we shot up. That day was a huge day. This was Friday. A couple of the exchanges went down. Kraken had some issues. Coinbase had issues. I think if the exchanges would have stayed online and met the demand and the volume that was coming in, we would have went to this 40,000 area. But we didn't. It's a new week. We're getting some support here. I'm actually okay with, it is what it is. We have a new area here to retest. I'm just happy that, and even before Elon tweeted that, we had already broken out of the triangle. These, like I said, descending triangles aren't really, you see them on Bitcoin and they're kind of like not good news. But we broke out of this one. And even before Elon tweeted that, which kind of, the inevitable candle came up. We had retested it here, we retested the breakout, then we had the tweet come out, big run up. I'm okay with us being here. We're at the 30 MA on the 4-hour. We had broken above it. we were here. Elon tweeted it broke up. You could have taken the trade. I mean, you could have taken that. It was a big run up. Most people probably didn't catch this, but you could have caught it on this breakout if you're on the 4 hour. You could have saw this breakout. You had a 7. Anticipating the 8-9 count, which we got. That's a reversal candle, doji candle, and reversed. We reversed trend. I mean, we had a 9 here, reverse trend. We went down. But 30,000 is heavily defended. The more and more we test it, the more and more likely it is to be broken down. But it's holding up. We're above it. We could have a down month this month. Still doesn't change the long-term outlook for Bitcoin this year. I'm still, short-term neutral. I was neutral last week. I'm still neutral. We're still between the $30,000 and $40,000 range, like I had talked about. So, but that's the outlook. I mean, if you're looking to trade, use this 30 MA. It's simple. There's some other things. You could wait for the 3 MA to be above the 8, and then price to be above that. You get a green number above a prior green number. We closed it here. The 2 above the 1. I really wish we would have been above this fuchsia line. That would have been nice. That would have been above this high too. That would have still been a little bit more bullish as far as price movement going up and not pulling back so much. But we're okay. Let's look at the Ichimoku cloud. It's pretty good as far as where we find support and resistance. We're in between them. This one's a little bit lower, 29. I did say that. This cloud is twisting, so that's good. If price would have been here, maybe we would have retested back to this area. But hourly, we're below it. Weekly, let's look at the weekly. Weekly, we're so much above it, which is fine. But we finally got the red one. This will turn into a continuation of the count if we can close above this week above a 38. I would say most likely not. There's a lot of stuff going on right now with Wall Street Bets, Robinhood. Wall Street Bets, they were talking about pumping silver. I want to show the silver chart. The Reddit users on Bitcoin Reddit has gone up tremendously. I don't know the exact numbers, but there was hundreds of thousands of people over the weekend, if not, hundreds of thousands of people. I don't know if it was quite a million, but hundreds of thousands of people that the Bitcoin Reddit picked up. Most likely a lot of the Wall Street Bet guys that were trading Doge, and now they're trying to understand the Bitcoin space. Let's look at the RSI real quick. That stayed flat. We can get a breakdown. I would not welcome that. A little bit of a breakdown. We can look at the past 2017 because it's the most recent. A lot of this went flat, then it went down. Let me pull up the other TD sequential because it gives the count a lot nicer. Oh, yeah, look at that. So we had a 9, another 9, and we have a red. So what's the best outlook for this? What do I really want to see? We saw it here. Consolidation for 2 weeks. We broke out on the 3rd week above the prior week high. Any day or 4-hour close above that 9 high is an enter, and then we ran up for 22%, 11%, 25%, 15%. What's best case scenario? We're still overbought, but then, like I said, once we get into this 70 area, it's more of a momentum indicator rather than it is signaling overbought. But if we can continue this trend, it's more of a momentum, and we can get above this 94 highest we've gotten. 90s. That was really. Like I said, that run was exceptional. This run's been exceptional. Ran up a lot faster than most people expected. So this is indicating support because of this one, and we have this. This is a massive support area, but this is the last all-time high. We broke through it and ran up. What are we looking for? 2 to 3 weeks consolidation. We get a green number closing above a prior green number. We're closing above the 9. We shoot back up. Targets will be made. I'm going to say we were in the channel, so it's going to be the channel. It's $10,000. So break of 40,000, we go to 50. That's the target. So that's it on Bitcoin. Just neutral. We can look at the Lucid SAR. As I said, that could be a good area to buy. It's still back at the old last week's weekly. There we go. It didn't change. That's all in the math on the indicator. Don't want to go through that right now, but 28,750 I think would be, a decent buy if this decides to dip back down. We're getting some. Let's look at the CMF real quick. Let's see if we're getting some strength here. That's pretty much flat. Yeah, we're getting. I mean, a trending. If price is flat and a trending CMF up is good. And this one's trending down a little bit. Yeah, it's neutral. I mean, I'm not going to force anything on this chart. It's neutral at best. I mean, it was going down. Oh, let's look at the funding rate. Funding rate negative. That's what we want to see. That's bullish, right? Look at this. We were negative. Counter. You counter trade this. Boom. We got a run up, and then people went long. Now they're net short. Here, this can stay positive in a bull cycle. We don't need to go flip negative. 4 hour, we're negative. This is actually bullish. This can go more negative. We can have the shorts can make a little bit of profit, but this is actually good. We're finding some support. 6. This 6 can be the low. We can trend up. Let's look at the on-balance volume. Where's my on-balance on there? It's still trending down. We don't have, like I said, I'm not going to force anything on this chart. Bollinger Bands are condensing, converging. Not so much. Yeah, here. I mean, I'm not going to force anything out of this. Hash ribbons, that's still going to be bullish. I know for a fact it is. Yep, we're good. Yeah, there's nothing else I can really show here. Neutral at best. We'll see. Let's get some volume in. This is the volume. I mean, this volume is just going to be on Coinbase, right? So a little bit lower. It's the start of a new day. High volume. Yeah, see, this volume came down. Let's look at it on the hourly. Again, neutral, flat price. I want to look at silver, right? So I was talking about, let's look at the gold and silver ratio first, because I kind of went over this these ratios before. I did PayPal and Square, and I said PayPal was going to be our buy. So, oh yeah, okay. I don't want to look at all that. All right, so here's the ratios, right? Gold and silver. This is the perfect setup. I said here you want to buy silver. That's why this is colored. Here you want to buy gold. We have a red 2 below a prior red 1 below the 9, right? That was last week. Now we're here. Right now, this is indicating I don't need to look at gold or silver. Now, I looked at silver, but if I didn't look at silver and I didn't know what the price was, so either the market is dropping and silver is dropping less, which is usually not the case because silver is usually more volatile than gold, or the market's going up and silver is outperforming gold, because that's what this is telling us. And guess what? Let's look at gold. So right now, this is a break. If we start getting price movement up in gold and silver, silver is going to own gold on returns. So let's look at gold. What's gold up? Gold is up, what? 0.9%. Silver, that's on the weekly. That's fine. Let's start a new week. Silver is up almost 5%, right? So this indicator works. I've done it on other things. I did it on PayPal and Square. Let me see. I actually had my note written on my notebook. Let's see. So, yeah, I know we went with PayPal. Silver's going good. If people want to owe this to Wall Street bets pumping, that's not the case. Maybe we're getting extra momentum. But we've been consolidating since we hit this 9, since August of 2020, which is oddly the entry for Gamestop would have been. I went over it last week. So we've been consolidating. We had right here this week, we had the 3 close above the 3, the short term, the orange close above the blue close above the fuchsia with a above the prior week's high, right? It's nicer to be above the prior week's too high, but you can take an entry prior week's high, you go all in, right here. This thing said you go all in. And look at this already. Up almost what we met last week. Green 2 above a green 1 above the 9. We're most likely going to retest this area, this right here, this 29 area, which is only $1 more. If we can break through that and we can get through that, 34 is our next target. And it looks like I actually missed an area for retest. I did right here. So this is going to be a target area. Right here. Let's go. This is a red. Yeah, it's going to be a dark red. This is a color code that I have on mine, but there we go. So I said 34. This is probably going to be a good area of resistance. They'll probably get some selling here. Where's our target on this channel? Our target for this channel is right here. 32. About somewhere around there, roughly. So we're going to watch that. So what is that? What's going to be our return? Potentially, 32 minus if we broke out, we got at the breakout 28, right there, 14%. That's a good return. I mean, you would have been patient on this. So let's see. I think once we run, I think we retest the high, this $50 area that made all the way back in 2011. So, I mean, this is almost 100% return. Start of the week, market opens, could be an option for you if this, matches your portfolio. Not as aggressive as some other trades you can take, but man, this looks nice. This looks real good. I'm happy with it. There's really nothing else I want to go over. This video's gone pretty long. Anybody has any requests? Let's look at, I said PayPal was the one we were going to go with, right? Let's just follow up on that. Let's just see how everything was going. So last week, we had a 9 that says, hey, take some profit. This TD sequential works. I don't care what anybody tells you. It's a good way to determine continuations and then potential tops. So last week, PayPal lost 7%. Market was down. I'm going to assume, I haven't looked at Square yet, I'm going to assume that Square lost more because I said if the market goes down, PayPal is going to be your better bet. You'll lose less money. Market goes up, PayPal will be your better return. You're going to make more money. So let's look at Square. Square lost. Oh, no. Did I have that backwards maybe? What did I suggest? No, I said buy PayPal. Hey, let's look. Doing this live, sometimes you shoot yourself in the foot. But hey, let's look at this. Yeah, so I mean, buy PayPal. That's what I put. Yeah, I mean that trade would have you would have netted, you would have lost more, 4 more percent. We'll see, right? So we look at this stuff as to try to get a good, a good indication of where the market could go. Here we had a good week. Here we had a good week down, and then it trended up. I'm not giving up on this, right? You take positions because of the information of the data that you have. Yeah, Square performed a little bit better than PayPal last week. I know earlier in the week PayPal was outperforming Square. You also, whenever you're trading, you also develop areas of where you're wrong. You're wrong on when this ratio starts to break down. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, a little bit of a breakdown. Let's look at the 4 hour, please. Let's not. Oh no, we can't do the ratios on the 4 hour. So yeah, let's see. I mean, what do I always say on trading? Trading's dynamic. It's not static. So we took the best data that we had. I said if you absolutely had to go with something, you would go with PayPal. I wouldn't go with either of them. It wasn't something that I was going to take a position in because we had 9s, we had 8s. This thing's run up so much. Square, PayPal, I thought the returns were already as much as could be that could be taken. So I wouldn't have taken any of them, but if I absolutely had to, I said it would be that. Gamestop. I mean, I'm not in this. People are trying to take shorts. They're trying to do calls. Is this going to 5,000? They're going to 1,000. Man, the trade was. I mean, if you're not in it now, usually here's the way it works. If you're just hearing about something, you're most likely late. And if you're not late, you're probably towards the end. So, if there's some returns that can be made, you're probably towards the end of that run up. I heard something today. It's like you don't want to be in the beginning. You don't want to be at the start. You don't necessarily want to be at the start of the beginning, and you don't want to be at the end, at the beginning of the end. So basically, what that means is you don't want to be, uh, you don't want to initially take the risk that some people might take, but you also don't want to get caught in at the end of the beginning where people are going to start taking profits. You're going to get burned, right? Like I said, I was looking at silver. I said, oddly enough, that's where in August of 2020, that's where the setup was for right here. It actually was here. The cleaner entry would have been here for GameStop, even though it ran up so much. And this week it went down, but you would have stuck into your trade, and then you would have been rewarded very well. Let's look at Doge. A lot of people are talking Doge. Wall Street Bets are talking Doge. I heard it. Man, we were on a 9. We consolidated. We went above it, but you can't 300%, over 300% in a week. Doge is a meme coin. I can't anywhere in my right mind accept that Doge is going to be up to $1. If it goes up to $1, let me just show you something. And this is something I do on a regular basis. If someone says, "Oh, the price is going to go to this," I immediately go, "Well, what if something's going to go to this price and you're so sure? What's the market cap of that going to be? You know, does that valuation even make sense with that number?" There's 128 billion supply of Doge. If Doge goes to $1, it's going to be worth 128 billion. So you're telling me that it's going to be potentially the number 2 coin, have more valuation than Tether, and be, maybe it goes up, maybe Ethereum loses a little bit of that thunder and Doge takes that and surpasses Ethereum. Either way, it's going to be in the top 3. So you're saying it's worth more than Polkadot, it's worth more than Chainlink, worth more than Litecoin, which it's a fork of Litecoin. Doge is a fork of Litecoin, but there's no cap, right? This supply is infinite, so you don't have the argument that Litecoin, there's only going to be 84 million Litecoin and there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin. This Doge goes to infinity. No one's really worked on the Doge project for the last more than 2 years. The GitHub hasn't been updated since then. So you're basically, Doge is an asset that allows you to invest in memes, basically. I like a meme. Memes are popular for a specific amount of time. Maybe a meme is popular for 3 months. You don't see it for 2 years and it comes back. Basically what you saw in last week's price run-up, you saw a meme start to gain more popularity. People put their money in it because Dogecoin is a way to invest in a meme. It was popular for that week, and now it's potentially going down. Maybe it goes up. I got a text that says, what do you think Doge can go? In my opinion, what was it? I said stars align, cows jump over the moon. Doge goes to, what did I say? 20 or 30 cents, something like that. That percentage is so small. I put that at 0.25%, 0.5% chance. More than likely it goes, I said, to 12 to 15 cents. But that was still small. I said 2% chance, something like that. Where did it go last week? High was 0.07 cents, right? 7 cents, 7.3 cents, 7.4 cents. Can this gain momentum? We're on a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sure. I still think it's an extremely small chance that this goes to 12 or 15 cents. $1 is almost just, come on, man. I don't know. Can this thing be? It would put Doge as the most popular meme in the world because that's what you're investing in, a meme. But that's just my opinion. It's fun, but it's also not fun to be sitting here on this, 39% drawdown either. Yeah. Let's look at oil too. I made a comment on oil a couple months back, and I don't know how I couldn't have got it any better. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go to my Twitter for this. I was responding. No, I didn't want to do that. I was responding to Actually, I don't have to. I don't have to go to my Twitter. I can go here. Here we go, trading. And then here we go. Here's my chart. So it says potentially building the range between 33 and 43. They need to close above 43, give us momentum to hit first area of resistance 45, back test of 43, breakout to support. With support could bounce the price to 50, target $54. Reaching target would require further analysis. That was my post. This was, we can match this is on a weekly. I can match the candle real quick. Let's exit out of this. Let's match the candle. It's this candle right here. So it was all the way back in November. What did we do? Let's look at the daily. I said 43. We closed above this. Daily close. This is the first time we had a daily close above 43. That can carry us higher. Go down. Wait, what did I say? Let's look at that again. I mean, I put words in my own mouth. Daily close above 43. Give us enough momentum to reach the first area of resistance of $45. So here's the daily close. Give us enough momentum to reach 45. We did it all in that same day. What did I say here? Back test of 43. Breakout with support could give a bounce to 50 area. What happened? Where did we go? We went as low as 43.92. We didn't get quite 43, so if I'm trying to pick, pennies. But we did retest this backtest area. Where did we go? We went as high as, I said 54. We went as high, let's just go to the weekly. Where's our 9 at? Our 9's at 53.93. So a call all the way back. I'm kind of patting myself on the back. I don't know. This is a call. This is a call that I made. This is probably one of my better calls recently. Let me get rid of this. I'm actually gonna, the person who had tweeted that and asked that, I'm actually gonna post this. That, not a bad job. This, small time trader, whatever. I did pretty good. So here, right there. That's this candle right here, all the way back in November. I said all that. 54, we would have to reevaluate. I'm basically going to reevaluate. So right now, we got 7 cents away from it, all the way from a call back in November. We got a 9. Let's reevaluate right now. What am I doing? We're consolidating. What did I have some areas here? Yeah, 54. I don't know why these are not here on my chart anymore. So this is a 4-hour. That's a 4-hour. That's a daily. I can pull them up real quick. So 45, we can find them real quick. Let's find them. 45.77 was what that was, right? No, 45.35. But that would have been back from over here. Right here. Here we go. This is it. 45.35. Let me put the, maybe did I just hide it? Yeah. I think I just hit them. No. I know that this yellow's on an hourly, which I don't use the hourly anymore. So let me just delete it. Or maybe I was just drawing lines and I just didn't color code them at the time. I know this is 45.35. I said I wanted to keep this short, but maybe I'm just having too much fun. Let's see. Here we go. Yep, 45.35. I want to see if we got a retest of this. So that's going to have to be with a green number. And we did. So we can clear that out. What's the next one? Next one is 49.80, 54.09, and 54.77. This is all 4-hour daily. So 49.80, that's this right here. That's a red. That's a red 9. We retested it with a green number. That's also gone. Right. Just knocking these down. 54.77, 54.09. Let's delete this. This is on hourly. This is going to be back here. I'm looking for them here. 54.77. This is it right here. Right here. Here. That's going to be an orange. No, this is going to be an orange right here. And then this one's going to be this little whatever this blue color is. I'm not a color expert. All right, 54.77. But see how quick that was for me to put that back on there. Kind of, if you can come up with a color code on your charts to clean things up, it's always helpful. So we had a 9, 8 retest. This looks like sideways action. Let's mark this down. Let's mark this down here, right there. We didn't get above it. So yeah, these are still good. Let's save this. Save. Yeah. So we had the 9. We consolidate. We can look at our RSI real quick. This is something I drew later. That's still ultimately our target, 55, 54 area. I'll just hide it. Again, oil by summer, 65. We're not going above it. If it is, man, we're breaking a trend. That's a very long trend. Did I have this 61 here? I didn't have it here, but that's fine. So I can close this out. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's put a weekly here. Wow, there's a bunch of, this is showing you that there is a bunch of resistance right here. So we break out of this, maybe we can run up a good bit. I say a good bit. Not more than $65, something around that. Which is still that's still a pretty good run from here. Let's say from this high. That's still 20%. That's going to affect your pumps price. That's going to affect your gas prices. And by any means, no one's going to say that oil is not running up. Will we ever see oil at $100 a barrel? No. I mean, come on. The technology that's in the oil field, it's all about optimization, right? Everyone's trying to find 1%, 2%, 4% optimization. Technology to drill, to extract oil from the earth is getting better. That's a deflationary. That is a deflationary. What's the word I'm looking for? Method or a mechanism. That's a deflationary mechanism on your price of oil. We're optimizing the drilling process. So if we're optimizing that, we're extracting it. That process is getting leaner. So we can supply oil easier. We can extract it easier. That's downward pressure on the commodity. That's deflationary for that commodity. That's going to drive the oil price down. So we consolidate. We'll see. I don't see this trend breaking. Eventually it breaks, but not right now. Not right now. We would need some sort of major conflict, something globally, just even worse than the pandemic. This is what the pandemic did to oil. No one was driving nothing. It would have to be totally opposite. There'd have to be massive consumption. Usually massive consumption comes with a war. Not saying that there's going to be a war, but so that's it. That's the reevaluation. Consolidation. That's it. Hopefully this didn't go on too long. This is awesome. This is fun. I love it. I enjoy doing this. Anybody has any requests or comments or, you suck as a trader, I'll take those too. Just keep it coming. Trying to grow the views to this channel. It's fun. I enjoy everybody here and spends the time watching. Got to switch back to my Bitcoin. Let's see. Getting a little bit of strength. What we got? 2% run. Sitting at that 1 hour. See how that goes. Look at this. Man, this is good. This is good live charting right now. We had the 9, even though I usually don't use the 1 hour for my trading. We had a 9 here. Didn't get retested with a green number yet. Look at this. We're retesting with a green number. This TD sequential works. I don't know why more people don't use this. This is such a good indicator. It gives you a baseline. It gives you time. It gives you, so many entries. There's a book on this. This is a free book. You download you Google search TD sequential PDF free book. It'll come right up. That book's amazing. You can get through that book, and you can teach yourself some risk management. Look at some risk management. There's some risk management in that book. Not as much as I would like, but little tidbits here and there. You'll be a great trader. That's my opinion. So thanks for watching. As always, thanks for watching.